Check that out. But what we're here for today is picking up the tank. So we're going to pick the tank up. Thank your mother for the trailer. Logging down, boy. 4-inch bottom drain on in. Open up, Mental. Get the window out, boy. Just watch you don't cut yourself, innit? So in effect, what you see on the outside, I'm going to be using this bad boy again. I'll let Paul crack on and cut it. We've been a bit busy. You bang on, wasn't it, mate?
Bang on.
Bang
That's
on.
the hammer.
That's the hammer. So we got them all clamped up. We got a whole box of screws, like that. Going nowhere, Shag. But then we know when we put the window in a minute. Black CT1, massive thick bead around the outside of double Jubilee. Just measuring up the pipe work here. We got the trailer behind us. Stick around for this video because you're going to see what we get up to in this one. Thank your mother for the trailer. Hook up the trailer. Wonder what we're going to get up to now, boy. Right, for all the years I've been coming up here, I have never seen these two bad boys. Check they out. But what we're here for today is picking up the tank, getting in the trailer and getting back home. Locking down, Paul. Locking down, boy. Right then, so we picked up the tank a couple of days ago. Where I wanted it to fit, it's not going to fit. So my mate Paul's going to be having it off me and he's going to use it for a grow on. So just popping up to see him. Happy days. What do you reckon then, Paul? Getting it in or what?
Slowly, slowly.
Why aren't you in your garden though? I'm in this garden, look. We're going around, boy. So we've hopped over this fence, and now we're going to get it over here. It's what you call the absolute hammer. So we got in, Paul, innit?
Oh, yes.
There was no way getting in my house, was there?
No.
But we're going to make use of it. We're going to come up with an idea. Something that's never been done before. Going to whack a window in it, right in it here, and make it look like an Ezpond. But yeah.
The fiberglass in, just a touch.
Proper though, innit? Proper nice tank.
Yeah.
4-inch bottom drain on in. Happy days, that's all sat in situ, ready to rock and roll. But yeah, he wants to put a window in it. So one of the returns there, but if we don't want it there, we can easily cap it off and put it wherever we want it. Option now to put the window in where we want to put it. And I got a spare window I didn't use, mate, so we'll give it a go with that one, innit?
Oh, yes.
Just pop back to mine, and we're just going to open up the shed and grab the window out. Open up, Mental. Get the window out, boy. We got loads of bits in here, son. There's the glass, look. We'll use that bit of glass. And we got loads of bits of pipe if we need some.
Oh, what's
loads
that,
of
James?
them.
What's that?
That's me Hoover, look. But the problem is I lost me remote. 3-stage dechlorinator if we need that as well. And then there we go, look. There's the glass. He's ready to go for a drive, he is. Look out now, boy. So, got a long old job here, cleaning up the window, but it's worth doing, because I got given it by one of my subscribers, and he was taking it to the skip, so we're going to clean it up, and then we're going to have a play around to get it fit into there. So we're going to get a frame made up, put the window on in the inside of it, silicone it in, and we might re-fiberglass the bottom of it. Just for instance, this is where the windows go in. So time we cut it out, and then we might make a little frame up, fiberglass the two bottom sections where we sit the window on, and then silicone it in. And then for instance, this side of it, say this is the window, we're going to make a frame around the outside of it to support, obviously clad everything, frame it right up. We overkills everything, Paul, don't us?
Oh, yes.
We're going to try it and see what happens. But going to be a bit of a job cleaning this up, but it
There we are, lack.
all comes off all right, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Clean it right up. Health and safety though, just watch you don't cut yourself, innit?
Oh, yes.
Right, so the old glass has been all cleaned up, all the silicone all on the grass here, so making use of it. Right, so inside of the tank, what we've done, we marked it up, so he's bang central on both sides. So in effect, what you see on the outside is where the glass is going to go, and the inside line that's all measured up, that's where the cut's going to go. So when we cut this out, then we're going to frame it up. But I'll let you do the cutting, mate, just in case something goes wrong, even though Mandy wants me to do it. Get the goggles on, boy. Look out now then. Fiberglass, always use a mask.
Health and safety.
Going to be using this bad boy again. I've just brought it back up because Paul let me borrow it. Paul, no going back now, mate.
No, not going back.
No going back. Look out now, boy. All that noise going on. I'll let Paul crack on and cut it. As Paul was just saying, when he gets all of this cut, we're going to scratch it up, key it all up, so the silicone will sit, but we're going to make like a frame on the outside before we even do that, ain't we?
Yes.
So,
yeah, to support everything.
Support everything in. So we'll get it all cut out.
We're going to put that wood, cut that wood, and use it as a stay along the back there. And what I'm going to do is fiberglass that.
Over the top.
Over the top.
Be the absolute hammer, mate, won't it?
Yeah, just to give him a bit of support so you don't slide down.
Excellent job. Staying back here because that fiberglass is creating the dust everywhere here. So Paul's going to crack on and get this done. Hammer.
No gases yet.
Yeah. Happy days. Absolutely beautiful.
Right, then just get the saw.
Just get the saw to get the corners nice and tight. Perfect job, mate. You can see where we just cut out. But just going to use a little hacksaw blade just to finish off these little corners. Obviously, where the disc cutter goes so far, we don't want to push it anymore. So it's easier just to do these little corners. Take these at 90. Use a little hacksaw blade. I'll hold it steady a minute, Paul, because the people knows what we're doing and it'll help out get a cleaner cut for the job we need. All right, mate? You going to come out then, Paul? That's the hammer, look.
That's the hammer, boy. There we are.
Perfect, look.
And what can we make with this?
We can use that for something when we makes a DIY filter for it as well. Look at that. That's going to be the absolute hammer. Like we said, time we make a frame on the inside, frame on the outside, bolt it down.
Sanding off.
Sanding off on the inside.
Keying right up.
Keying right up. That glass is going to fit in a treat. We're going to put little legs on the bottom of it, fiberglass back over the top of the frame we're going to make, lying down while we whack a massive bead of silicone on in there. It's going to be...
Sitting down, the weight you're pushing down.
Yeah, be bang on, won't it, mate?
Bang on.
Bang
That's
on.
the hammer.
That's the hammer. Certainly see it paid to get the measurements right, because looking bang on at that, he has got that bang on measurement right. So, yeah, it's going to be the hammer, that. Saved yourself a few quid here too, Paul, and us.
Oh yes.
That's the hammer. Instead of spending, well, the quote that he had for the Ezpond, 2,600 quid. This whole setup at the moment, we're only looking at 500 notes. So that's what you call the absolute hammer. So while we're here as well, get on the Koi Whisperer. But I just wanted to show you the little upgrade. This is what we finished the other day. So in here, check out this. For a bracket that he had made up, that is what you call one hell of a strong bracket. He ain't going nowhere, and now he can drain it off. He's still got to whack the drain line off, but we got busy doing other jobs, but it's working an absolute treat. So yeah, if you haven't seen this little video, we made it recently the other day, moved around his pipe work, tidied it up.
There's the top one.
He's got the top one to put on as well, but check that out.
That's not going nowhere.
He ain't going nowhere, is he? That's a bracket of brackets, mate, isn't it?
Oh yes. Oh, yes.
Like we said, overkill everything.
I do.
Just trust us with this here. So we're going to get stuck into the cup of tea, and then we're going to key up that and we'll be back with you directly. Last piece, let's get this frame all knocked up. That's the hammer, boy! Right then, so we've been a bit busy, but we've literally just knocked up a frame for the outside as support, and now we're going to screw it in. We're going to screw it in here.
Where the marks is, that?
Where all the marks is, all the way down through, all the way down through the bottom, then lying over on the front, scratching all up.
And then we can mask it and put the glass in.
Then we can get the glass in and leaving tipped over. We're going to clamp him down. Ain't going nowhere.
No, that ain't going nowhere.
Happy days.
We're going to lift the net down there. All this wood I'm chucking on it.
Right, so we got them all clamped up. What we're going to do is screw in the bottom from the back through the fiberglass into this bit of timber. We're going to put a big bead of silicone on this side, put the glass in. Happy days. Underneath, when the glass goes in, I'm going to make a frame up on the inside, 2 legs either side. That will hold the glass in place. Fiberglass over them, the bottom legs. Then he's a way to go, man. Got the old countersink out. These will finish nice and plumb now.
Ready for mastic.
Countersink them in. Lovely. Getting nice and flat with a small edge, little berry underneath. Lovely. And that's flat, isn't it? Perfect. Just gone right into the fiberglass underneath. Mask it will fill over the top.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the boy. That's the boy. And we're going to do this now all the way across. All the way across down through here. Happy days. We're going to do the same to the bottom corner down here. And then what we're going to do, work out the centre. Whack one in the centre. Do the same to that over that side. And then just go overkill with them, really, to be fair. As much support as possible then. Stop any bowing or flexing when we use the old mastic. Should be the hammer. We got a whole box of screws. I like that. All the screws are going to be hidden with the mastic. They're going to be behind the glass, which the strength is, well, it's already, you can already see it, can't you? The strength is already there. Beautiful. We'll tip them up over in a minute when you get that in there, and then we know all the corners are done. Yeah. The straights are done, and then we'll just run a whole line every 3 inches with screws, top and bottom, just to make sure he ain't going nowhere. Sending home, boss. The old hand as a marker, look, every 4 inches. 4.5. Time to go up the run then. Got them all sat in, ready to rock and roll, see? He ain't going nowhere, Shag. Beautiful. That ain't going nowhere. Listen to the sound of that already. Listen to the sound of the bottom one. Solid as a rock, man. Perfect.
Just scratching off now.
Just got to run the line of screws across the bottom first, then we'll scratching up. Then we can get the glass window in, get the frame done for the bottom. Well, we can even put the window in first before the frame, if we put the window in like this and leave them on the bottom. So we're just going to key it up, just ready for the mastic to go on. And then what we're going to do, we're going to keep this line on the outside, because then we know when we put the window in a minute, we're going to hovering over that line and drop him right on in. Keying up down the straight, and it only needs to be a little bit, but it certainly will help just that mastic stick. That's the idea.
Clean it in, clean it in.
Right, so brush it all out, and then we're going to get a bit of cleaning stuff. Can't remember what it's called, but Paul's just going to get it. I'm going to do the brush in a minute. So what we're going to use is a bit of the old nail varnish. Going to clean it up. So then that there will make sure we got a complete clean surface for the old the glass to go on. As long as it don't take off our marker line, we'll be all right.
No, you ain't taking off the marker line. It's just cleaning that surface. That's all I'm doing.
Just clean that surface up, and we're going to get mastic in.
Yes.
Be the hammer boy, won't it? Look out now then. That's the hammer then. And so Paul's got some of black CT1, and what I've heard about this stuff is that it sticks like shit. Absolute hammer. I mean, there is a brand called Sticks Like Shit, isn't there? But this here is next level, I believe. I did use MS300 when I done my pond window. But this is what...
Sunday we can't get any.
We can't get any, no. And to be fair, this is what you got, mate. This is what you're going to use. There's no point buying stuff when you've already got it in the shed. That's what it's all about, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
We're going to put a big thick bead down, get the old window clamps on, and just hover it over and drop them in. What we want it to do is ooze out round the whole lot, because we can clean it up afterwards, but we want the whole lot to be sealed, don't us? All the way round. Paul's going to put a thick bead all the way back.
Oh, yes.
Like a big old slug, that one, isn't it?
I don't care.
That's the way to do it.
I ain't worried about it. I'm not worried about it. If we're going to do it, I don't want it to...
You don't want it to leak.
I've seen too many people on YouTube chuck a little bit on, and next thing
and then
there's leaks, and overkill first, and then
clean up after.
Clean up after.
This is turning out to be a good little project, Paul, isn't it?
Oh, cross, yeah. We got some bits and pieces to do. Don't have to go and buy all brand new.
No, exactly right. It's quite good fun, actually, tinkering around with this. First tube gone. I'll get the other one for you in a minute.
With the CT1, you can only use on Pond's the black, not the clear or the white, because that's got chemicals in. But the black haven't. And that is the stuff. It'll seal anything. Like, I reckon that could be a big enough seal, I think.
There's a fair old bead we've got all the way around. Just a little bit here, I reckon, mate.
Yeah, I'm just... Oh, yeah, here?
Yeah, run that across that line.
Well, I'm going to run all around anyway after. That's the end of that one.
Let's get the window in now then, because we're against the clock before we lose the thingy. I'll put the camera down because it's going to need two of us for the window, but that's what we're doing. Right, so the window's in. What we're going to do now, we've got hell of a thick bead all the way round where it's oozed right out. Paul's just going to put a massive thick bead round the outside of it as well, just to make sure water can't track up underneath, filling in any little gaps as it's going up through. A nice thick bead down in, and then they'll smoothen out in a minute.
And we've got a nice bead down. I'll tidy that up.
He ain't gonna leak. He ain't gonna leak. He's gonna be the absolute mate. Thank your mother for the CT1. Right, so we have got it all in. We've sealed it there all the way around. We've put a big massive bead right up over the lip, runs all the way across, all the way down through that corner. The back end, to be fair, we have put a massive bead to also count as a little bit of weight as well. So yeah, he ain't going nowhere. Time you tidy it up on the second hit, we'll leave him like that now for 24 hours to make sure he's completely sealed. There's no point putting any wedges in it or trying to pull it out, because we've both had our knees on it, and I mean, we ain't small blokes. You ain't getting that off, let alone it coming off. It's on there. Happy days. Another job done. So then tomorrow what we'll do, we'll put him down there where he's going to live, because he will sit directly underneath the windowsill.
That's where she wants him.
That's where she wants him. So when she's doing the dishes or making a cup of tea or anything like that, she can look out over into the fish. And now that all of the chairs have been moved round, sat down here, pond window there, and you'll see another pond window there. Right, so it's the next morning now. The sealant is completely sealed off. It's gone rock solid. But what we've decided to do inside is still a little bit wet. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit wet in there for a long time before it actually goes off. So we're just in the middle at the moment, how we're going to filter it. Paul's got a existing ball valve here, 4-inch, that is, well, it come out of his shed over there, so he hasn't had to pay for that. He's got some rubber boots already. He's found a bit of 4-inch pipe, and he was just playing around. Does he want to fit an airline to the bottom of it? I don't believe it will be beneficial for this one, because if he was to put an air stone in the bottom of there, he was planning to put that air stone down there in the bottom. I got a real strong belief that it will just push all of the muck and all the fish poo waste out of the bottom drain. It won't actually take it in. Like a spin drifter which sits on top of the drain, it still can pull the muck in from underneath. We're going to come up with a different idea, might put a different sort of airing in it. That's something we can worry about later down the line. But at the moment what we're doing, we're just measuring up the pipe work here, just so we know we can get this sat in situ. When we sit the tank upright, it will make it a lot easier, so we don't have to worry about getting in here, tightening up these clips. We'll double up the clips here and here, double Jubilee, and then yeah, that's the ball valve that he's going to be using. So yeah, that's that sat in situ. Like I said, we've got to wait now. I've got to go back to work. Paul's got to go back to work tonight because he works nights. I get afternoons off. And yeah, from that being said, what we're going to do, this will be part 1 of this little project that we're doing. The next time you see it, we'll be putting it down where it's going to live, and then we're going to be doing all of the filtration for it. In the meantime, that gives me and Paul a little bit of time to search around for a second-hand Ezpond, because that's what we're looking to put on it. We found a few, but they're still like 300, 350, and I know that I have seen them second-hand for 200 quid before. So I said to Paul, we're in no rush to get it straight away, but I've got all the pipe fittings back my house, which we can do the job, finish the job. And yeah, we're just after a second-hand Ezpond. So if anyone's got one, hook me up on Instagram for the end of June 2024. I know my videos stay on YouTube for a very long time, and I don't want someone messaging me middle of December saying, James, I've got a second-hand Ezpond. That being said, that's just a little bit of a laugh. She's coming on a treat, guys. What do you reckon? let me know down in the comment section if you like what we're doing, and if you're interested to see what this is going to turn out, time it's cladded, time all the filtrations on it. And yeah, it's a good little project for us to do. So hope you liked the video. Been a banging video to make, had plenty of laughs. We've had a good laugh making it so far, and it was only going to continue to laugh. And then once it's all up and running, we'll be able to get fishing it. But that's Paul's wife's job. Mandy's pond this is. So that said, if I don't see you in a week, I'll see you through a window. Thank your mother for the new pond.